and I got the most comments saying, you dummy, you just need to carry a gun. You just need to carry guns. And I'm like, do any of these people I mean, you definitely don't want to get arrested. You would get free room and board and food. That is a perk. But all that freedom you have living in a vehicle, that's gone. And most of us out here in these streets are just making enough to get by with the gas and the food prices. So you definitely don't want to get fined. And nobody wants the dreaded knock in the middle of the night. But besides all that, you might die if you don't follow one of these laws. I like living. I mean, I like being here on this earth. There's a lot of times where I'm like, bro, people are bugging me. But I do like to stay alive. For all these reasons, I'm going to tell you the 5 laws you're probably breaking and how to resolve that. I'm not talking about some of these outlandish laws, like for example, in Alabama, where you can't wear a blindfold while you're driving. Mama, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Or in Rockville, Maryland, where it's illegal to swear from your vehicle. What the mother? Or New Jersey. Is that how you say it? Or New Jersey, where it's against the law to frown at a police officer. Yo, is that a cop walking by? Oh, no, I wasn't frowning at you. No, I was just like had an emotional moment for a second. Hi, before I tell you what kind of laws you might be breaking, make sure you're part of the snack pack, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, throw a like on this video and keep watching to the end so you know how to get out of some of these bad things you might be in. Number 1. Loose objects. Now, having loose objects is not against the law, but if there's something in your car that's loose and causes you to have an accident and it's your fault, that is ticket or get in jail if you kill somebody. That's very dramatic, but you don't want to kill somebody. As vehicle dwellers, we are among the top people that have loose objects. You definitely have more things in your vehicle than the average person. We always have to make sure that everything has a place. Everything is strapped down, velcroed down, magneted down. Got to get it locked into place. But this is another reason practicing minimalism is really important. But some of the things to look out for are mugs and travel mugs to make sure that they're securely in the cup holder. I recently got this for my bigger water bottle. It screws down into the cup holder and it allows me to put this bigger water bottle in there. It stays securely in place. Anything that's on the dashboard needs to be suction cup or sticky padded down. Cabinets are latched and snapped in place. Bags, purses, and laundry bags, you need to get one of these headrest holders. Keep that in place. If you have any baskets or boxes, you need to either Velcro them down or, like in this case, I had a ratchet strap that's holding this fridge in place. So I cut a hole in this basket and firmed it into place and then Velcroed it. If you have a dorm style or fridge, you can use these child locks. Bungee cords are your best friend, so if you have any other things that you need to secure in place, you can always bungee them and use eye hooks or the little press-on sticky pads with the hooks on them like these that you can get on Amazon. And you can even get creative by using rubber bands like I did here on my kitchen shelf. Now we try to have our vans and cars look like homes, so a lot of us have plants, fruit and stuff hanging around, so make sure that wherever you have those things that they have some kind of a bar around it so it's not going to projectile just hit you in the back of the head if you get in an accident. Now I like to stay hydrated, so I like to keep my water right next to my bed so I have it all the time when I'm sitting back here. So one of the things that I love, one of my favorite products, is this little suction cup for drinks. So you just slide this over any water bottle. It's secure, it's tight on here, and then when you set it down it suctions into place, and then to pick it up you just slide your fingernail, just lift this up, so you just pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Number 2, distracted driving, and the number 1 distractor is obviously texting. Some of the other distracting offenders are eating in the car, talking or goofing off with friends, putting on your makeup, shaving. I don't know who's shaving in the car. Trying to put addresses into your GPS, fiddling with your music, or kids and pets. The number 1 thing is obviously not to text and drive at all, but there might be times where you do need to get back to somebody right away. For that time, you can just use talk to text. If you're on a conversation, put it on your CarPlay or Bluetooth. If you go through the drive-thru, dress up your meal before you start driving again. If you have a salad or whatever, if you have a salad, you shouldn't be driving. You could have something that's like one hand, burrito, burger, taco. Well, tacos are messy. Tacos. Well, you should give yourself time to digest and relax and enjoy your meal. Plug in the information to your GPS before you start driving. Get your music playlist ready so you don't have to keep picking different songs. Go without makeup or put your makeup on before you start driving. Harness children or pets in place before you get going, because especially with pets, if they get startled, they might jump on the dashboard or whatever. That could be super dangerous. If you feel sleepy, pull over and sleep. You got a bed. You can do that at any time. Don't make your destination more important than your life or the lives of others. Number 3, tint. If you have a darkly tinted windows, it's against the law in a lot of states. And you know us nomads, we'd be traveling all over the place. States like New Hampshire, New Jersey, and Vermont don't even allow any tint on your front windows. And no states allow tint on the windshield, except some do allow that little strip at the top, which is more like a sun shield. But all the states have different requirements. So if the laws are one way in one state and then you go into another state and they are different, you could end up getting a ticket and be fined. All you got to do is Google window tinting laws in all 50 states. It'll give you the list of what percentage you can have your tint. And just as a little tip, VLT means visible light transmission. The number represents how much light needs to be able to pass through your window. So the lower the number, the darker the tint. So for example, in California, you have to have 70% visibility. So your front windows cannot be darker than 30%. But a lot of vehicle dwellers have darker tint, me included. I did go darker even on my front windows. I've never had a problem. You have to just make that decision for yourself. And if you're traveling in other states, it's possible that they may make you peel off your tint. I would recommend getting some do-it-yourself tint that's not expensive so that you can do it yourself. And if you do get pulled over and they want to be stern about it, then you could just peel it off and buy some more on Amazon. I'm going to leave the links to all these products in the description. I also bought these stick-on films, so it kind of blocks out the sun so that as you're driving, it's not like hitting you so much. You can also get a wind guard to cover the top part of your window. So when the sun is hitting to the side and you're driving, it will have just a little bit of extra coverage. And I super recommend getting some window covers. I made my own and they work perfectly on all these side windows and the back windows. And not only do they block out people being able to see in and the sun, but they also block out a lot of heat. Number 4, sleeping in your vehicle. This is the one that grinds my gears, to be honest, because I'm like, it's my vehicle. It's my home. I can sleep in it if I want to. It's my van and I'll sleep if I want to. Yep, that's right. Some counties, cities, and states don't allow you to habitate in your vehicle, even sometimes during the day. This is definitely a war against nomads and people that are homeless, and it's just one that's getting out of control. I don't know what the solution is going to end up being, but for now, it is definitely a thing and it is illegal. Now, a lot of times in these cities that have those ordinances, they do give people a lot of warnings and just tell people to move on, but nobody likes to get that knock in the middle of the night to move on. And if you don't get that knock and they just feel like enforcing the rules, they will give you a fine. And some of these fines can be hefty. And in places like Tennessee, they can arrest you. You don't want that. The best thing I could recommend is to find ways to find parking and stay as stealth as possible. Now, I made this video a long time ago about places to park, and I've done some other videos about parking in residential neighborhoods, and it gives you a lot of different places that you can park. One of the top ones being hotel parking lots. But if you don't want to do that, you can use apps like iOverlander or Compendium and look up different boondocking sites. You can stay in national forest, BLM land, which is Bureau of Land Management. I would definitely try to make some vehicle dwelling friends because word of mouth is huge for finding parking in different locations. You can also Google safe parking lots in my area and see if there's any places that would just allow you to park there. Sometimes they'll have churches or sectioned off parking lots for you to park. And if you do find a place and you do get the dreaded knock in the middle of the night, then make sure that you just leave and don't cause any problems because it's just going to make you get a bigger problem. And also have an emergency fund. So just in case you can't find parking, you could get a hotel. That's not ideal because we all want to save our money. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And if you need a hotel, it's always good to have a couple $100 in the bank so that you can do that. And number 5 is gun carrying laws. Now, I made this short video a couple months ago and I got the most comments saying, you dummy, you just need to carry a gun. You just need to carry guns. And I'm like, do any of these people look up the laws about carrying guns in your vehicles? I did. And there's no blanket carry permit for all 50 states. I'll be talking about that in detail in the next video because it's a hot topic and it's one that I've gone back and forth about, and I have my ways to protect myself, and I'll let you know more about that in the next video. Now, I've given you 5 laws and 5 solutions. What are the laws that you know that some of us are breaking, and what's your solution for some of these things? I'd love to know. Drop it in the comments below so that not only I'll know about it, but you share it with the Snack Pack community. And if you'd like to be more involved in the Snack Pack family, consider being part of the Snack Squad on Patreon, and the link is in the description below. Bye for now. not talking about some of these. I'm not talking about some of these. Now, the number one thing. The heck? So I'm going to tell you the 5 so that what? Talking or goofing off for talking what? Any baskets are secured with any baskets or boxes or, and you know a lot of plant and you know my Lord. Keep me sprung, keep me running back to you. Or your Bluetooth, or your Bluetooth, or your Bluetooth.